Hey viewers, welcome to today's video. If you're having trouble folding down the rear seats of your Honda CRV, then it's a good chance that the release mechanism is either stuck or broken. And that seems to be a common issue, especially with the older CRV models. Now in that case, you're going to have to manually disengage the latch from this anchor point here. And that can be quite awkward and quite frustrating to do. So in my video, I'm going to share with you two of my tricks that will hopefully make this a little easier for you. Now, if the release mechanism is in fact broken, you can either replace the entire assembly or you can apply a DIY hack, such as the zip tie fix by AwkwardHamster, and I'll post the link to his video in the description below. Now, regardless of which solution you choose to go with, the first thing you're going to need to do is fold down the seats. So it's a bit of a catch-22. Now, I've watched a number of videos and they show you how to disengage the latch, and it pretty much involves getting a flathead screwdriver and sticking it in above the anchor point and trying to lift up the latch. It is quite tricky and very frustrating, and you've got this wheel arch here that gets in the way, so you don't really get much leverage. Now, over the years, I've had to fix both right and left side, and I did use the zip tie fix. They work quite well. The one on the right took a few goes, but eventually was able to release it using a flathead screwdriver. But on the left, no matter what I use, nothing would work. So if you're still stuck and unable to release the latch, then hopefully my tricks will help. Now, the first method piggybacks off the AwkwardHamster video, but instead of using the screwdriver, which I found a little awkward, it just kept slipping off the latch and the handle kept on hitting the wheel arch here, so I didn't get much leverage. So instead, I decided to try this plastic scraper here, and it's about 2 inches wide, so perhaps 5 centimeters. You could use an old credit card, but it may not be strong enough on the edges. This one's quite rigid here. Right, so what you want to do is come over to the anchor point. Now, you don't want to put it underneath, you want to put it above it. So not under here, you want to go above. And then try and keep it as close to the inside as you can. So this is the right side. And then keep it flat, push in, and you'll feel the latch. All right, and the latch should pop up. But now, in order to release it, I grab the outer side and tilt it. All right, and then it should release. If it doesn't, push down. All right, I'll show it again now that it's down. Put it above, slide it in, and then it should be under the latch. And then you pull up this way, and if it doesn't release, push downwards. And you do the same on the left-hand side, except you'll be tilting the opposite direction. So I found this much easier to do. It works almost every time. Now, if you're still having no luck, then perhaps my next method will help. And this is what I originally used for the left-hand side, but now I think that first method I showed you is quite easy and it works pretty much every time. And what I was thinking is, if you didn't have this trim here, it'd be much easier to access the latch. Unfortunately, as you probably guessed, in order to remove the trim, you need to lower the rear seat. Now, you could try and pop it out from here, but it is connected on the side of the seat with these 2 plastic plugs, so you might end up breaking them. The way I approach it is to do it from the back seat itself. I'm sitting in the back seat facing the back of the car, so we can go through the second method. Just a quick disclaimer, I did post this tip in the comments of the AwkwardHamster video, albeit using my old account. So if you do see the comments, please don't think that I've stolen his idea. It is my other account. So the first thing you want to do is get the seatbelt out the way, and the easiest thing is to just buckle it up. All right, so it's not in our way anymore. The trim is in the side here, and you can see it just there, the hard plastic. If you push a bit more, you could probably see one of the plugs here. That's plastic plugs that's holding it in. The other one is further down and a bit deeper in, so you might not be able to see it in the video. Now, the whole idea is to use either your fingers, which is what I did, or two pry tools, and position the pry tool or your fingers on either side of one plug first. And it's a bit hard to do with the camera, but get your fingers underneath the trim there and push outwards. All right, so either side of the plug and push outwards. And once it comes out a little bit, do the same with the other plug. So you want to alternate between the two, slowly lifting them out to that direction. You don't want to put stress on one plug by lifting out the other one completely. It might snap. They are plastic. Now slowly, just work slowly, and as you do that, they should pop out. Just make sure you don't lose them. And then once you've done that, you can pop it out from the back there, and you should have better access and visibility to the latch. I'm just going to pause it here and see if I can release it. Okay, so once you pop them out, just pull them out, because once you release the latch and you can get the seat to fold down, then it's easier to reinsert them. So this is what they look like. So now we're at the back, and to remove this, to detach it, you want to sort of get your hand in here and the other one up here and push that way, push inwards with the trim and pop it out. All right, so push it in that way, in towards the center of the car, and same with this side here as well. All right, and then you should hear a pop and it should come out. As you can see, I've already got part of it out here. Okay, so I've managed to pop the trim out from the back. Just lower it down, and if you look in over the top there, you should be able to see the latch, and using your thumb you should be able to push it up and release the latch there. So I'm going to give that a go. Use my thumb, and there we go, easy. All right, so then whatever you're going to do to fix the release mechanism, either get it replaced or the zip tie fix. Once you've done that, restore the seat back to the upright position. Okay, make sure you get the trim out the way, and then, so I'll just lock it back in. All right, so once you've done that, just pop this back into its spot, and the way to put the plugs in is you then just lower the seat. So I'm just going to pop round to the front and just show you. One thing I forgot to mention is whether you're using method 1 or 2, if you find the latch is not budging, it could be that the part of the assembly that's broken off has fallen into a spot where the latch cannot move. And so what I did is lifted the lever a few times. It has two cables which are connected to a little metal plate. That metal plate is attached to the release assembly via plastic, and that plastic breaks. That's where it typically fails. And so what you're left with is the cables connected to that little metal plate, and that plate can sometimes fall into a spot which prevents it from moving. So hopefully by lifting the lever a few times, it pulls a cable and moves the plate out of position, and then you can release the latch. Okay, so now you fixed your release mechanism, bring it back down. All right, and now you should be able to easily reinsert the plugs into their spot. One-handed. There you go, there's one, and the second one, and just push them in, and that's all locked in. And if you're interested in seeing the zip tie fix, there it is there. I've got two white zip ties holding on to that latch, and so when you pull the lever, it pulls the latch up from the anchor point. So that's all for me. Hope you found this useful. If you did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future videos. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.